So the third question that Athens for Everyone has offered is water buffers were narrowly voted down last summer, and the proposed green building ordinance has sat untouched for years. What role, if any, do you think the ACC government should play in protecting the environment, addressing climate change, or promoting sustainability? Are there any specific policies or programs you would like to implement in 2016? Absolutely. I do believe that there are some elements of the green building ordinance that should be resurrected, and this could be done even one component at a time. The green building ordinance really looked at three elements. It looked at energy consumption, water consumption, and it looked at solid waste impacts. And we're in the midst of doing some other work in all three of these areas, and I think we should bring back those components of the green building ordinance. The way the ordinance constructed was somewhat challenging and was not altogether in concert with what was happening in some other communities around the state or with what some other statewide stakeholders were producing in terms of the specifics of the language. So there was some challenge with the specific language, but the intents were all aligned with things that we ought to be doing. We ought to be ensuring that construction debris doesn't go into the inert landfill to our east in Oglethorpe County. We should be ensuring that water is used and reused in as efficient a manner as possible, so that we can extend the strength of our water supply and make sure we're being fair to our downstream neighbors. And we should also utilize as little electricity as possible by making new structures more efficient and looking at existing structures and seeing how we can enhance their efficiency as well. In terms of other things that are on the horizon that we should be looking at, I, of course, had a key role in preparing the wetland, pond, and lake proposals from last year, and I believe many elements of those can be woven into our watershed management plan that Athens-Clarke County staff is currently preparing. In particular, we need to pay particular attention to how we treat those areas that are immediately adjacent to waterways. One of the things that in the recent years we've done is ensure that we've got wide buffers, relatively wide buffers, 75 feet on streams, for example, but we haven't been as stringent or as attentive to what's happening in those buffers. One of the things that's ever more evident to me, the more reading and research I do, is that we need to ensure that there's strong, healthy tree canopy and planting material in those buffers. So we need to encourage invasive remediation there, and we need to encourage additional plantings. This is the kind of thing that I'd love to see embedded in a future SPLOST, and it really aligns with my notion that SPLOST could be an opportunity not for spending additional funds by the community that impact our general fund, but saving money by the community as we enhance the air quality and we enhance the water quality. Similarly, one of the things that's beginning to get some discussion from county staff that I've been encouraging for quite some time is a way for property owners, particularly commercial property owners, to realize some benefit by enhancing the number of plantings on their property. You can move through the community and you see any number of occasions when you see these large acres of asphalt parking lot that are unfilled, where if we added 20 substantial trees, we would shield the vehicles in there. Every time you're in a parking lot, you see cars parked under the trees because that's where people want to park, and so we would really enhance the quality of those lots themselves. We would lower the heat island effect by those kind of areas, and we would enhance air quality through these new tree plantings. Again, something else that we should be encouraging and incentivizing. So those are just a few ideas, and I think there are a lot more that are going to be coming down the road.